You're listening to Table for Five with Felicia and Annette, only on LA Talk Radio.
Monday morning.
Everyone. What a way to start.
Yes. Waking you up with some little music.
Yeah.
Yes, some good music. Yes. Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome. If you haven't figured it out, yes, welcome back to Table for Five. Good Monday morning here, December 11th, 2017. We are here. LA Talk Radio. I'm like, where am I?
I know.
The music got me like, oh.
We have a script. We do have a script.
I know, we do.
That she chooses to read.
We do. But you have been listening to a wonderful track from Bajo, Mundo.
Yeah.
Did I say that correctly?
Yes, you did.
Woohoo! I might give myself an applause. No. From the Latin Grammy nominated Best Jazz Album.
Yeah.
Oskar. Now, I can never pronounce your name. Okay. I never say.
Just think of a car and a tire.
Cartaya.
Cartaya.
I want to say it.
She wants a little.
She wants
She wants a little. Cartaya.
Yes. I have to practice that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So welcome, Oskar.
I know.
He's a returning. Although this is the first time
you're on video with us.
Yes.
That's
so now
correct.
you get to see him in his full glory instead of just hearing him. Yes. So welcome. Good morning.
Okay. Yeah. See, we have.
Yes,
it's a packed room right now.
for the Grammy, and I mean, listen, that's just in and of itself right there. Latin Grammy nominated.
Yes,
Oskar.
Yes, what? Exactly. That's how he's
amazing.
Introduced.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Yes, so we're going to be hearing more from Oskar this morning, but we hope that you will join us here every Monday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to be talking some music and some fundraising today and some hot topics with Oskar. So if you guys have any questions, if you have any musical questions, if you want Oskar to listen to your albums, listen to your record, listen to your mixtape. No, I don't know.
No.
Do people still do that?
Yeah, people still do that.
Sell them out of their back of their backseat of their cars.
Yeah.
Give us a call here at the station, 818-570-5085. Again, 818-570-5085. And we will take your questions your call.
And right now we are on Facebook
Live.
Are we on Facebook Live?
We
are. And
shout out to everybody on Facebook.
Yeah.
What's up? Good morning.
Yes. We have a couple of people who are joined us already. That's
fantastic.
Awesome. So you could catch us on Facebook Live, or you could follow us on our Instagram at Table for Five, or Twitter, and our website, our one-stop shop, which is table45.com, and YouTube. If you want to catch up on all the prior emails. We don't have emails on YouTube.
We have lots of emails to catch up on.
No, it's been a busy weekend. But if you want to just see all our prior shows, and past shows,
and like from way back from the beginning, like when Annette had really short hair.
When I had really
short hair. Y'all need to go on there just to look at that.
And with the original girls, all that is on our YouTube Table for Five TV. So you'll see all the original shows and how we got started, and then the shows here on LA Talk Radio, so you can keep up with us and see what we've been doing and talking about. But today, before we get started, we want to talk about our sponsor. And also, that's part of our website. If you would like to advertise with us, just go to table45.com and click advertise with us, and someone will contact you. Let us know what you'd like to promote. And we see if it fits
Sponsors.
our, we're not going to do some janky stuff, but if it fits our profile, then we would gladly promote.
No, we don't male enhancing stuff.
No, we're not going to do none of that male enhancement. Really, Felicia?
Listen, I'm just saying.
Oh, my gosh. It depends.
It's equal opportunity, really.
You see, first you said, no, well, it depends.
Yes.
It really depends on the topic of the show.
Exactly.
We could have a little, risque show. But anyway, but today I want to let everybody know who's sponsoring our show. It's a book by Sylvia Arello. I just want to make sure I get it to stand.
Right there in front of us.
If you can see that. And it's called God, Are You Kidding Me? Life can sometimes feel like an endless roller coaster of thrilling highs followed by blindsiding lows. It's a white-knuckle ride that leaves us breathless and asking God, are you kidding me? But is he? In a 30-day devotional style book, including reflection points and thought-provoking questions, Sylvia Perez Arello has written, God, Are You Kidding Me? 30 honest conversations with God to help you process life through some of the moments in your own life. Grab a copy for you and a girlfriend at www.godareyoukkiddingme.com. www.godareyoukkiddingme.com.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
That's what it's looking like, that book. Fantastic.
So if you want to get more information on that, you could just check it out on our website.
Yep. There'll be a link there as well.
Yes.
Under the show.
Yes.
So for some hot topics,
woohoo!
Just a little catch up.
A quick catch up
to let
we
you
have
guys
a lot
know,
of fun stuff going on.
What's been happening. Okay, so first of all, the fires. Right now, the weather here is like really nice for those.
No, it's like 100 degrees. It's not really nice.
It's nice to me because I like it hot.
No.
I like it warm. I like it warm. Today's warm.
We need fall, winter.
Okay, well, I know what we need, but I like
right?
it.
It would be nice.
It would be nice to have a cool, brisk air. We have dry.
Open up
heat.
your refrigerator.
Oh. That costs money.
No, you're right. That does. I am kind of cheap. Don't do that.
But no, because of
I like the warm weather.
Well, no, but it's not helping our fires.
I know that it's not.
Yeah.
And speaking of the fires, how are you?
Well,
doing?
both of our communities were affected, but I think it started in Ventura. I live in Ventura County, and the night that it started, we got an alert on our phones at Ventura County. Right after you texted me that, are you okay with the fires? And we were like, what fires? And no sooner, it was like at 11 something, we got an alert on our phone that there was, really bad fires. And from our bedroom upstairs, I literally sat up and saw an orange glow across the mountain. And that spooked me because it looked really close.
Yeah.
So I look over to my husband who's snoring and I'm like, hey, we're on fire. He goes, where? We're on fire. I said, look, there's a fire. I mean, I didn't even have to get out of bed to see the immensity of the fire. It was very scary. And so the air quality, of course, was horrible. School was canceled for my son. We picked him up early one day, and then the following day it was canceled.
Okay.
But it's been a week, and and it's still burning.
It is, yeah.
We could still see the fire, the smoke.
This is the Thomas fire.
This is the Thomas fire.
Right.
I mean, hundreds of thousands of acres. I mean, it's gone to Santa Barbara County. It's really bad.
It's headed towards Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
So people that are on the borderline of I don't know, is it Ventura, Carpinteria, and Santa Barbara?
Yes.
Beware. I mean, obviously now everyone is like really paying attention.
Yeah.
Like that first night, it was a little touch and go because people were like, what's happening? Posting it on Facebook and stuff like that. But yeah, be aware. You know, I've had my stuff by the door since last Tuesday.
Wow. Yeah, Tuesday.
Because it was Tuesday that we almost got evacuated.
Yeah.
So I live 2 exits before Six Flags Magic Mountain, and the neighborhood, the exit before Six Flags Magic Mountain, they ended up being evacuated Tuesday afternoon.
Wow.
And that was after I had already gone to go pick up my kids, because the Rye fire, which was like the 3rd fire that started, because it was first the Thomas fire in Ventura, then there was another fire in Sylmar.
Sunland area.
And I drove through Sylmar today and didn't really see much. I think that's like 90 or 85% contained.
Yeah.
You can't really see much smoke. And then the
Your
Rye
fire
fire started by us. So Tuesday morning when I pick up my kid or take my kids to school, I took a picture of like these 2 different fires at 2 different ends of my valley. And I was like, wow, this is a little crazy. And then later on that afternoon, I ended up having to leave to go pick up my kids.
I mean, we're surrounded by fires, literally. The whole LA area, from one extreme to the other, broke out in fires. And what people don't realize is we have these Santa Ana winds that are like hurricane force winds.
Yeah.
I mean, they knock over trees. I mean, they knock
60
over
60 to 80 mile gust winds.
Yeah. And so that is a real issue here, and it's seasonal.
Right.
And
the winds are seasonal.
Yeah, the winds are
and
seasonal.
And generally our fire season is a little bit earlier, like September, October, but it's a little bit late now. We normally would have rain by this time.
That's the problem, because climate control doesn't exist.
Yes.
Exactly. Everything is normal.
Is it climate control? No, climate change. Climate change.
Global warming.
Yeah, global warming. Yeah, climate control. You see, I'm all over the place. I don't know what I'm going to say.
And then there was the Skirball fire that kind of affected your family.
Yes. It was horrible.
Yeah, it almost burned down the Getty Museum.
No, it did not. That was a little exaggeration.
That
was fake news.
It was literally on the other side of the freeway.
Yeah. But it could have jumped.
But that's what I'm saying.
Both of these fires.
It could have jumped the freeway. And but they said, the gentleman from Getty said that the museum was not in imminent danger, and they're prepared. The way they built that museum.
I read they have a system that houses 1 million gallons of water.
Oh, wow.
For the sprinkle system and all the infrastructure, the inside.
And the plants that they put around the museum are high. No, they are.
Wow.
They're water. They have a lot of water in them. I mean, when I was like, somebody put a lot of thought into that.
Oh, yeah.
They were very, very smart.
Because there's like
that's how we have to build our homes.
Billions of dollars worth of art.
Oh, totally.
In that museum. So they're like not letting that stuff burn down.
What devastated me was seeing, whether you live in an apartment complex that burned down in Ventura and these multi-million-dollar homes, fire does not discriminate. No, it will take your multi-million-dollar home down as it will take down an apartment building, as it can take down a museum.
So make sure that everyone has insurance, right?
Insurance.
Homeowners insurance. I mean, I was feeling badly for these people, but I was happy that they got out with their lives.
Yes.
And, and hopefully that the fact that they have, homeowners insurance that covers you for when your home burns down.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, there are heirlooms and things like that you can't get back, but loss of life is the main thing. Yeah. So get your stuff,
your
get
pets,
out.
Be mindful of your pets.
Yes.
The air quality is still horrible. It's very dry outside. My cuticles are just breaking.
Oh, Lord. Can we take a moment for her cuticles?
It's terrible.
Let's take a moment.
No, my skin is it's like really, really dry.
Yeah,
so
no, air quality was bad. And also back to the insurance thing. If you live in an apartment, get renter's insurance.
Yes.
Because renter's insurance will cover it. And I know it's a little extra money, and for people who might
it's not as expensive as people think.
It really is not. And it really does save you because, it helps you with displacement. It helps you, get your stuff back. I mean, just clothes. And also, too, a quick shout out. Look for your local place to help donations for the fire department.
Yes.
In Chatsworth, it's I can't think of the name now. I meant to write it down. Operation Gratitude, I think it is, or maybe it's Operation something. It's in Chatsworth. They're accepting donations for the firefighters, and the American Red Cross obviously is always on scene for disaster. But if you are in an area that's not affected and you can help, then please, take some bottled water, take some Gatorade, take some clothes, take some, stuffed animals for the children that are, kind of in need, and families that have been displaced, because there's lots of families.
It's in it's Operation Gratitude in Chatsworth, or drop donations at Westlake High School.
Okay.
And also, I saw on Twitter that Chef Andres, who did all the food for Puerto Rico. He's here in LA doing the food for the firefighters. It's over 4,000 firefighters.
That man is feeding the whole world.
He's feeding the world. And he has a non-for-profit for that. And they were looking for volunteers today to go downtown to the kitchen. I'll look it up on the Twitter for information, for people to volunteer for prep.
That's fantastic.
So I saw that on Twitter, and I thought that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, he's an amazing person, amazing chef. Aside from being
other
an
chefs
chef.
also have joined him. The LA Kitchen needs volunteers to help prep meals for local and regional shelters, servicing the displaced and first responders. It's on 230 West Avenue 26. Near
LA Kitchen.
At the LA Kitchen. And that's also being helmed by Chef Jose Andres.
So we can just look up LA Kitchen. Or is there a website?
No, it was a tweet. But just look up
LA Kitchen.
LA Kitchen and get that information if you have time today to go help and prep, because that's part of the bigger, issues, prepping and cooking for all these people.
Absolutely.
So in the midst of all this chaos, there are people who are just rising up and saying, hey, we got to do something right now. So that's amazing. I have to give shout out to our local school, Oaks Christian, did an amazing job responding right away, the next day, after they sent the kids home, there was no school, but they sent out an alert to our phones that they were collecting donations of water, and they received so much that it was a little too much, and they said, okay, we don't need any more. Like, stop. And so they did it for 3 days, and it was a lot of diapers and all that stuff that were needed right then and there in these school and shelters. When people get displaced, they need that stuff. So, and Salvation Army, shout out to them for helping the people out in Ventura.
Yeah, so fires are still raging.
Yes.
People are still being displaced, so go help if you can.
Yes, please.
Busy weekend?
Yeah.
I know you had a
Mr. Cartaya.
Yeah.
We'll get to his weekend because it was all over Instagram, Insta story.
He's just been a busy little.
He's a bit, I don't know, like the past 3 months of your life have been a blur.
It's been.
Are you here right now?
I know. Where are you? Or is this
well,
like
I thought I was supposed to be here last week, and I was panicking because I'm thinking,
that's right. That's right. He had his dates confused because he's like, in between. But what did I do this weekend? I went to pick up pasteles. Well, no. Before that, I went to see Leslie Odom Jr. again. At the last year I saw him at the Valley Arts in Northridge, and this year he moved on up to the Walt Disney Concert Hall.
Oh, very
and
nice.
Of course it
Beautiful
was
concert,
totally sold out. And the moment I saw that he was going to be there, I bought our tickets, and I was like, "You have to go hear this guy." And it was the same identical set and concert. He just brings out 5 musicians, and literally I could have sang every song because it was the same set, same set.
Wow.
Like a deja vu.
It's a deja vu with the
At a
exception
different
of
place.
one extra song. And of course, everybody that goes there wants him to do the Hamilton number. So he opened with that, and people just fell apart, which he didn't do at the Northridge performance. It was amazing. His voice is exceptional. His pitch is exceptional. It was exceptional. He is a great entertainer. He's very gracious on stage. Have you had a chance to see him?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I've
Oscar,
only
you
seen him
would love
in the
this.
clips from
Oh my
Hamilton and
goodness.
stuff.
His pianist, something Mitchell, I should know, Michael Mitchell, I want to say Michael Mitchell, is like a show unto himself.
Wow.
Doesn't have a piece of music on the piano.
Wow.
Everything's by memory, and he's a show unto himself.
Wow.
Like, it's incredible. So shout out to Leslie Odom Jr. He liked my tweet twice.
Oh, fantastic.
I know. And
Yes.
it was an excellent show. So that was great. And then
Is he playing any place else?
No,
Can
that
we
was
catch
it.
That was it.
That was
Once a
it.
year?
He does shows, and then he ends the year in L.A. because he lives here now.
Okay.
His wife came out and sang. She's also a actress and singer. Amazing voice. They did a duo together, and it was just fun. It was an amazing night, and we went to Faith and Flower. Shout out to Faith and Flower in downtown L.A.
Very nice,
A place
yeah.
everybody should go and check out. And then the next day we did a lot of running around, but we went downtown to Cyprus.
That's
Nothing to do
another-
with,
a very further away downtown.
Yes, very far is Cyprus. We went to pick up at Senor Big Ed. Shout out. If you live in the Cyprus area,
Senor Big Ed.
Senor Big Ed's.
Yeah.
Where's Cyprus? Like, what's that?
It's like Artesia area, Norwalk.
No, that's off the 105.
Yeah.
But it's the opposite direction than when you're going, say, when the
Cyprus?
110 meets the 105 and you
Yeah,
take the
it's-
105 towards the airport.
Yeah.
It's the other way.
Opposite direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it was far.
It's like
Took us-
Downey, Cyprus area, right? Downey, Norwalk area. No, isn't that like that? It's east.
It's I listen. Whatever it was far, and it took us 2 hours to get there because traffic was incredible. Of course, it's a Saturday, and but it was worth the drive. We ate, enjoyed our food, and brought home pasteles. For those of you who are Puerto Rican, know what that is.
Yum,
We
yum,
will
yum.
be
so
enjoying
you
those.
said it was a fusion of Mexican and Puerto
Okay,
Rican.
yeah, because
so
the gentleman
what-
is Puerto Rican, right?
Yes.
And then the wife is Mexican.
Mexican.
So they have
okay.
a menu, and half of it is Puerto Rican food, and the other half is Mexican. So as we sat there,
And
my
if I'm
husband.
not mistaken, I think he was the original owner of Green Burrito that is bought
Oh
by
yes,
Carl's
yes.
Jr.
Yes.
Oh.
They sold their franchise to Carl's Jr. and then they
Interesting.
opened this restaurant
Yes.
called Senor Big Ed.
So, I'm
That's-
Puerto Rican, my husband's Mexican, so we went, and it was hilarious because we had appetizers that were Puerto Rican. I had Puerto Rican food, and he had Mexican food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the best of both worlds.
It was the best of both
That's
worlds, and it's
amazing.
absolutely
So it's a really
delicious.
good Puerto Rican food.
It's delicious
It's
Puerto
really
Rican.
good.
When
I've
I
been
don't
there.
throw
Oscar-
anybody under the bus, but
No. He introduced us. We went there, I don't know, 18 years ago?
Yeah, because I was told by a friend of ours, actor Jamie Smith, was the one we were talking one day, and he told me, "Oh, you have to go check out Senor Big Ed." And I said, "Where is this?" And I mean, at this point,
We were so desperate for
I thought it was like in another state. I would have driven to get food. And we went there, and good thing that it's not close from the valley. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it will be hard to resist going there. All the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
On a
yeah.
regular
Yeah,
basis.
it's exceptional.
How long have
And-
they been in business?
Oh gosh,
They-
a long
well,
time.
We went over 18,
18
years ago,
years,
and
yeah.
he was
Oh, wow.
already established.
yeah.
So I will say easily over 20
Yeah,
years.
Oh,
I mean they
wow.
know us. The lady sees us, and we go every year. Last year was, I think, the first time we didn't take the drive.
Oh.
We opted to buy it somewhere else. But when we walked in, the lady recognized us.
Oh my gosh.
She was so happy to see us, and she's like, "Oh, here's a pen. I'm gonna send you the calendar, the Puerto Rico. It was hysterical.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So, but we only go once a year because it's far, and it's just too much. But that was my weekend.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So no Christmas parties. I had Christmas parties.
No, we had
Um,
Christmas dinners, but not parties.
Yeah, we had Christmas parties. My husband had 2 Christmas parties, and Infinity Ward's main Christmas party was on Thursday. Shout out to the Magic Castle. We were at the Magic Castle.
Oh, nice.
Love the Magic Castle. I don't know if either of you
No.
have ever been there, but
Every
it's a
time
really
I get
great
an
place.
invite to go, I can never make. It's like I'm busy. I'm out of town.
No, I've never been there.
You have to go. And what's great is that I really do think that the kids would like it too. One year we were lucky enough to get a membership and took the kids, but they were really little and they don't remember. But they have a really great Sunday brunch. Actually, I don't know if they have it anymore. I'm sure they do, with magic shows. But the holiday party was there. Great magicians. I mean, they did some like serious magic. So
Wow. I thought
shout
they
out to
were
the Magic Castle.
they were being considered to close down the Magic Castle at one point.
I
That's
thought
what
so
I heard.
too, but
Mhm.
they were in full effect.
Good.
Like
Maybe somebody
everything
bought
was.
it and
It's
kept it
and it's
going.
still like you need to dress up and all that other kind of
Yes.
stuff. Even though it was a private event, they weren't as strict, but it was very good. Their magicians are great. All the shows were fantastic. And then there was another party on Friday, the Activision party, and that was fun downtown Los Angeles. It was at a church, a cathedral, one of the oldest churches in LA that's converted into an event space, and it was beautiful, gorgeous.
Nice.
They had a nice DJ, and so it was fun. So my feet are like killing me.
nice.
And my thighs are on fire still. Everything is stiff, and we're doing a little bit of reno at home. So I'm a little tired today.
Yeah. I know,
But
but
it's a long
It's the
weekend.
holiday. It's supposed to be busy
It
and
is.
unpredictable and all that
Yes.
craziness.
It just sucks for me because I feel like I can't get into the Christmas spirit because I don't have any like decorations out because
Oh, so
everything
you just
in my
have to
house
come
is
visit me.
displaced. Yes,
Because I have my
do.
6 trees, and Christmas threw up in my house.
Oh.
And the lights are out, and we're just
Did you put lights out on the house?
outside. We've got lights
Did you put
upstairs.
them out?
My husband put them out.
Oh, shout out to Robert
Snowflakes.
Mata.
We got lights in the trees. We got reindeers. We've got it all.
Wow.
We're in the Christmas spirit.
Okay.
I don't play.
I'm
with
coming over
Christmas.
there
You come to my
to
house
give me some Christmas spirit.
Yes, and you can get some pasteles while you're at it.
Yeah, well, y'all are gonna eat them all, I'm sure.
But anyway,
But
we wanted
let's
to
switch gears a
yes,
little.
go right ahead.
Yes, so we want to talk to you, Mr.
Oskar, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you another little applause.
Yeah, since we want to do the
Okay.
formal introduction.
Yes, the formal introduction.
No.
Do you want to talk? Because obviously I cannot
Yes,
talk today.
let's introduce Oskar. He's been here before, but
Yes.
this is another this is another season of his life that we want to honor and recognize. He was now nominated. He was a Latin Grammy nominated bassist, composer, arranger, and producer. He's here to discuss his nomination and that experience and his latest project with Adrian Houghton. Correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Which is out right now, called New Tradiciones. It's on iTunes, so if you
Yes.
can, do the digital download. And
Yeah.
we're also, what you heard earlier is on Bajo Mundo. You can get
Yes.
this. Can they get a physical CD or
They can get physical CDs and they can get
a
all
digital
download.
download?
Yes.
And you can get that on his website. You have a really cool website, Oskar.
Thank you.
It's really nice. I was like, wait, I missed something here.
Oh, no.
It's very well done, and it's got a lot of information, and you can hear all the music that's on here. You could buy them individually or do a digital download.
Right.
And
What is his
contact Oskar Cartaya, one word. Oskar Cartaya.
Oscar with a K.
Oscar
Yes.
with a K.
Yeah.
If you're looking at us now, it says that Oscar with a K. Oscar Cartaya, one word.com.
.com. Yeah,
Yep.
And
and
you
it'll
can
be
get-
on the website too.
And it'll be on the website.
our website.
Yeah, our
Yeah.
website. Oh, yeah. It'll be on our website. So I wanted to play something before you jumped in on everything that's out right now from the Adrian Houghton CD.
Yeah. So
And
let's
you-
take a listen.
We're
to
going to
that.
listen, then you can tell us what we're listening to
Okay.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Perfect.
This is how Puerto Ricans do Christmas. Huepa! Hey. Oh. montaña venimos para invitarte a comer un lechoncito en su vara y romper todo a beber. De la montaña venimos para invitarte a
That's so awesome.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that great?
Yes,
Woohoo!
yes.
That deserves an applause.
Yes, let's do a little.
Okay, but he's got to explain what that genre of music that we're listening
Yes,
to.
yes.
Well, this is traditional Puerto Rican music, folkloric
Right.
Christmas songs.
Okay.
And what happens is, for those of you who don't know, Adrian is married to gospel super artist Israel Houghton.
Yeah.
And we have been crossing paths for the last couple years in different events. And her being Puerto Rican, they have come to a lot of the events that I've been playing and stuff like that. So he calls me this summer to come over and do some work on a project that he was working. I had no idea what it was. Come over just as a sideman, played on a track. And then it was like, can we do another one? I mean, what are you guys doing tomorrow? So came back the next day. And like by the end of the second day, we sit down and we're talking, and he goes like, man, you know, I had no idea what was going on, because they had done like 1 or 2 tracks previously that I got there with my posse, with my crew.
Okay.
And I said, can you produce this with me? Because obviously
You know this music
you know,
better.
yeah, I mean, because I literally was like this parranda arrangement I did at the studio.
Wow.
Like when we went to YouTube, and I said, well, this is a real hot song. And she knew, I give her credit, she knew a lot of the songs. She really grew up listening to
these
stuff.
are songs that we grew up singing as children.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't like, oh, we're going to learn this. No, we know them. That's just how.
so-
And their Christmas songs.
And their
They're all
Christmas songs,
like,
yeah.
it's like Puerto Rican Christmas carols.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you, and then they explain what a parranda is.
A parranda started folklorically, what it was back in the day, maybe 100 years ago, was that a family from one farm will gather with, their family members and a couple friends, and they will go to the neighbor's farm and bring them a serenade in the middle of the night. Like guitars and and they will wake up and open their doors, and they'll have something to drink and eat and stuff like that. And then that family will join, and they go, well, let's go down to Felicia's farm. And they'll walk across, and then my family plus Annette's family will go to your, and like that, we'll go through.
So it's like a traveling, caroling.
Yes.
But it was very, again, very folkloric kind of thing with, acoustic instruments.
Yeah.
It never got out of control.
Right,
Well, fast forward, the tradition of parrandas now.
You got horns.
I mean, for
wow.
me, that I'm in the industry and I know a lot of people and we're all in the same business. When we give a parranda, we're talking about an instant party in your house.
Wow.
With a band.
150 people.
And are you still moving?
Oh, yeah, but this now is a caravan of maybe 20, 30 cars.
Oh, my gosh.
They show up to your house at 3 in the morning,
Wow.
and the whole neighborhood gets woken up.
Oh
And now
my
everybody
God.
starts coming out of the
The
houses with
streets.
drinks.
Oh my God.
And you just
because-
party.
And it's an instant party on a Tuesday night at 3
Oh
a.m.
my
on
God.
your street.
Yeah.
And
Now, does this just happen around Christmas time?
this
Traditionally around.
traditionally, yeah,
Traditionally,
parrandas is for Christmas time. But in Puerto Rico, usually not at this given moment because of all
Right,
the
right.
Going
tragedy
on,
that
yeah.
the island has gone through. But traditionally, it was like the night of Thanksgiving. It's the beginning of Christmas season.
Oh,
It's
so
like
you
you
could
finish
go
eating turkey, and now you're thinking now
Christmas, Christmas. Yeah.
And it goes all the way through mid-January.
Oh, wow.
So we're talking about a good month and a half,
So it's just partying.
Right.
all the time.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I need to move to Puerto Rico then.
If anybody wants to know what
Wow,
a good Christmas is
that
all about,
Oh, yeah.
and then
amazing.
these parrandas will go on any day of the week at any given
And
time.
it's a surprise for the people that you're going. They don't know you're coming, right?
Yeah,
Right.
but it's to the point now that you have to warn people. Hey, we
Because there's a
may-
lot of people coming.
Yeah.
What do you do if you open your window and suddenly there's 150
50
people?
And then do
People.
you have to like welcome the people in,
Oh,
or
yeah,
like
and you
welcome
better
them
have something
in
to
and have
eat,
some
and you
food?
better have
Oh my
something to
God, what
drink.
Hot
pressure!
chocolate or something.
Yeah, and then the last person that gets
a
the
lot of pressure.
parranda, because a lot of people go from the parranda straight to work.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Wow.
They've been up all night just partying, and then they go
Okay.
to the office.
oh.
you know.
So people are still working. I'm like,
Oh,
oh, okay.
yes.
Are we not calling in? Like, I've been
No,
partying
no, no.
all night.
So
I am
the last parranda
not making
traditionally
it.
they'll have what they call an asopao, which is like a chicken stew soup to wake everybody up, from all the alcohol consumption or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
Just-
somebody needs to know that. That last person needs to know that.
I know
so they
you
can,
got to
like,
make
have
an
that.
asopao for
Yeah.
100 people.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, I
sounds
tell
kind of
people
amazing.
about this
It
stuff
is.
that are not accustomed to it, and they look at me like I am speaking Martian. I was like, what? But for us, it's a tradition. It's a way of living. It's embedded in the culture. So you get accustomed to it. I mean, if you attempt to give a parranda here, you end up in county jail because you woke up the whole neighborhood.
Right.
I mean,
you're getting the police called on you.
Yes,
they're like, can you please stop with the now?
So she wanted to do a traditional.
So what she wanted to do is she wanted to mix the best of both worlds. The album has your traditional, like "Oh Holy Night," "Baby Is Cold." We did a gospel medley of all Christmas songs, but then we mixed them with this parrandas. We did Burrito Sabanero, which is like a big Christmas song.
That's a big one,
We did La Murga from Willie Colon and Hector
That's
Lavoe.
my husband's favorite.
Hey, for that alone, he has to go get the CD now.
Right.
Should have put like a secret mark dedicated to Mark. We did Feliz Navidad with a little twist. So we included all the most known American and Puerto Rican Christmas songs.
It's a really
and is it bilingual? Like is she
yes,
singing in
yes.
English?
That's
and
what I was going
Spanish?
to say. It's a really nice way to introduce both languages to Anglo and to introduce the culture, the music, and it's very happy. The music is very festive when it comes to the traditional, parrandera music. It's really, really well done. So it's really, really well done.
If you want some good music for your party this
Christmas, yes,
it's right there waiting for you.
Yes. There's some good tracks.
After we have your track on, after yours is too.
Yeah, exactly.
We're having
after we pay Bajo Mundo,
we're having them like a whole. You can have a whole
into
3 hours of just great music just with these two. With these two compilations here.
So congratulations on that, because it hit iTunes as #1 for a bit.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and it's still on the top 10.
When it debuted on November 17th, it was #1 for that whole weekend. Then it went down. It kept on. It never has passed from top 10.
Yeah.
But we did her TV show, The Real.
Yes.
We did that.
I saw that on
last
Friday.
week.
Well, it aired Friday.
It was taped last week at Air Friday.
Yeah.
And then it went back up again to like #2.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So
that's awesome.
We want to be very thankful to her fan base because they really have been very supportive of the project, and that's good.
Yeah,
it
well,
was
it's good.
fun.
Great. I mean, everyone's always looking for great Christmas music, and I think this is something fantastic to add to your, any of your traditions that you already have. Start some new traditions. I mean, I like the whole idea of this traveling party. Like, I'm always down for a good party.
We got to start one here in LA.
Yes.
Like, we got to go and do
just start with your neighbors and your in your neighborhood.
They'll be like, "What the honey? Call the cops!" Those Puerto Ricans that moved into the neighborhood. I knew they were bad news. I knew it.
We're too happy.
Actually, my neighbors to my right would actually love it because they're party people. Yeah, they would have a great.
And what is that drink that you make?
Oh, coquito. I don't make it. Well, actually, my husband's gonna make some. This is the second time him trying. But Magda makes a delicious coquito.
His wife. Yes.
We the traditional coquito, which is Puerto Rican eggnog. That's basically what it is.
The best. No, don't even try to undersell it like that. Because
no. But I mean,
like,
if people want to
eggnog
know,
is like some people are like eggnog. I can take it or leave it. People are making like almond eggnog, and no, this is like nothing you have ever tasted before.
Yeah, it is another. It's another.
It's like
experience.
Christmas in a shot.
In a shot. Yeah. It makes you happy.
Christmas in a shot. Yes,
it's gonna be like my Christmas tradition from
I know,
forever.
I know.
It's been a couple of years that I've had it.
Yes,
a couple of years. And I will.
I can't get rid of Felicia, folks.
No, honey, I'm in it. I'm in it to win it, especially with that coquito.
We go to Puerto Rico together.
How do we say it again?
Holidays.
How do you say it again?
Coquito.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me some of that, and I am like,
no, we're ready.
Woo!
We're ready.
Y'all
for
have
the
to try
holidays.
some.
I know.
You have got to find
you could
some.
find a recipe online if you kind of want to be adventurous and try it out.
But there's like little magic twists.
Yeah, like she has
Every
like
puts a little spin to
yes.
it. That's what makes it like.
Yes.
Oh, this is Magda's coquito.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying Magda's coquito. Like, we will make a coquito, but it's Magda's coquito you want to try.
Yes.
She doesn't sell it. We're trying to get her to bottle it and sell it.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
That would be
bait
bomb.
on it.
I know.
Yeah, right? Well, in the airport, I saw that they had different flavors, too. I started to buy some, and I'm regretting it
in Puerto
now.
Rico?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
At the airport, yeah, there was like pistachio
Really?
flavor. Yeah.
Oh, that is
I
a
don't-
sin.
I
I've
don't-
never
Yeah.
seen that.
I don't know how it would taste, but
If they're done right, they're very good.
yeah, I'm regretting not buying it now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got, so you have that working right now, and so you
Yes.
guys can go to iTunes and digital download, New
Yes.
Tradiciones. Here, a question. Is there a reason why I didn't go on the American pop chart?
Well,
It was just-
the intention
Right.
was to cater more to the Latin community.
Okay,
You know, she
got it.
wanted it to be like this was her
Right.
like gift or her homage or
Right.
paying respect
Okay, got it.
to the Latin culture.
Sure. Because I think it should be on both, because
Oh,
there's,
no, no,
yeah.
I mean, it's undoubtedly is going to be accepted and received in both
Yeah,
cultures.
yeah.
But because of the industry that we're in, you have to put a category on stuff.
Gotcha.
Once
got
you know,
it.
Gotcha.
all these companies that do everything, labels and record companies and downloads, everything, they need to put it in a little
In a
box.
category.
Got
Yeah,
it.
you know, can't
Yeah.
be like, well, it's Christmas music. Put it out there.
Put it in the
Well,
Christmas
but
category.
is it,
Right.
you
That's
know,
what because it fits in both. That's what
Right.
I'm saying. It
And
fits
it's
in
by-
both.
it's-
And I don't want people to shy away from it. Like just
Right.
because you're not a Spanish speaking person doesn't mean number one, that you cannot enjoy the music and the
no,
rhythm.
no, but it's
Come on.
like almost 50-50 bilingual.
Right.
So there's
Right.
there's
That-
the equal
yeah.
amount of Spanish song as there
Exactly.
are English songs. So you're gonna
Exactly.
enjoy it either way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, either
don't shy
way,
away from
don't
it.
shy away from it. Just download it and you'll enjoy it.
Enjoy
It's
it.
great fun music to have over the holidays, and you might learn something. You might learn some
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah. Drink some
And-
eggnog, some coquito.
Listen, if you can't get some coquito, get some Southern Comfort.
Yeah.
Swirl it in your eggnog, and that'll be
Yeah.
almost coquito.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about Bajo Mundo and your
Yes.
Latin Grammy nomination.
Yes. It was a complete surprise when I got the call. Again, it's the David and Goliath story. This was a self-produced,
Yes.
non-distribution project that I did out of the love of my music
yeah.
and what I do. I mean,
A
I
labor
tell-
of love.
Mm-hmm.
I tell everybody I would have done it exactly all over again if never gotten any attention as it
Right.
did, because it's exactly this is
How long did
this-
it take you to put that
Yeah, that was
together?
I mean, there's
because you have another CD. You
Or you've
had
been
the one
working
you
on
Yeah.
this, yeah.
Well, no, the one before this one.
Yeah.
So between that one and this one,
there was 12 years
12
in
years.
between,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
the process of getting this one done from the first note until it came out, there was like a good 4 to 5 years of my life
Wow.
invested, because again, since you're doing it independently, you go working a little bit, then you have to go make a living playing music, and then you have another break and you raise some funds and you go, okay, let me try this other thing. And little by little, since there's no label, no deadline of when this needs to be out or anybody telling you
Right.
this is what we want you to do, you take your time, and once you're satisfied and pleased with what you managed to accomplish, you go, okay, let's try this now.
And then you like just hold your breath and put it out
Put
there.
it out
And you
there.
put it out, and
It's like
then-
giving birth.
Yes.
and people start responding to it, and you get good feedback, and it's like, oh, thank you, and then boom, you get a nomination.
I
It was
know.
like, really? So you realize, well, I guess more people than you thought heard it.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and it's like a big dance. We call it the big dance, and you've formally been invited now. I
Right.
mean, I've been attending and being part of both the regular Grammys and the Latin Grammys for the last maybe 25 years.
Right.
Performing on
Performing,
them, working
yeah.
with other people. I'm in several Grammy award-winning projects that I have either played, written, arranged, produced. But when it's your face, when it's like your name, the one that they're calling out, it takes a whole different meaning.
Absolutely.
And as much as you try to undermine it, as much as you try to play it off like, it's okay, it definitely tickles and, and
Yes.
it gives you like anxiety, and you go, oh my God, So
Yeah.
all of that array of emotions were felt through the process.
That's fantastic. Yeah,
That's amazing.
So
So
exciting.
what is there a track on there that you go, it's my favorite, it's my most personal work,
It's every writer, every artist will always tell you the same. These are all your kids.
Right.
You don't
Right.
have a favorite
Yeah,
kids
yeah, they
because
do. We have favorites. You only have one child. That's why you feel that
that's my
way.
favorite.
I would say they speak to me in different ways. I know I have a favorite track on yours.
Well, the thing is, like, each track was inspired or created with a set of emotions and a specific.
Very personal.
It can be from extreme sadness to extreme happiness. So they will all guide you to a certain place as a writer, performer. For the listener, it becomes a whole different experience because it's a neutral feeling of emotions. You're just being driven for whatever reason, maybe to a little particular sound or a line or the rhythm. So it's ironic. Sometimes we think that the best thing that we did is something that nobody like, and then vice versa. Some other tune that you just okay, I did it, and then everybody loves. So each tune for me carries a little special je ne sais quoi of emotions. But obviously, writing a song for my son, the moment that I found out that I was going to be a dad, carries the overall most weight. Because it was the first. I didn't have words, but I have music, which I express myself on sometimes
now, was
much
that?
better.
Do you feel like that was that the start of it? Was that that wasn't the start of the inspiration of writing all this? Like you had some of the songs already.
No, I already
written,
had music that I had written. I had put aside and stuff like that. And but that was the song that I just sat there and started playing, and it was like, okay, well, this is what we feel. This is. If I could put a picture or words to the feeling, then it will be the song.
Wow.
And you wrote, composed everything?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Everything. I mean, I know there was collaborations.
Yeah.
But it's all from you.
It's all my music, arranged and produced. And then I was just beyond blessed to get some of my biggest influence, friends, idols, man crush, whatever guys, to be part of it. It was just like the thrill of a life because for anybody that is familiar with the genre of jazz and whatsoever, knowing Stanley Clarke and Marcus Miller, they know that those are two very strong household names that they have pretty much been in a pivotal part of the industry for the last 3 decades. On anything that is influential, one or the other has been part of it. And I'm lucky enough to call them friends and colleagues and whatsoever. So when I invited them to be part of it, they both went like, okay. And
That's
it was like,
fantastic.
okay.
Wow.
My musical godfather, I consider him one of the greatest saxophonists in the whole world, Justo Almario. I known him since I was 18 years old. And he's always been the kindest soul to me, and every experiment, adventure that I have had, he's always a part of it. And again, I wrote a song for him, and he played on it, and like that.
That's
so,
fantastic.
and I include always all my childhood friends, people that we grew up together since we barely can play one note, and to today that. Some of them are teachers in universities. Some of them are well-known artists in their own right. They're part of my whole trajectory. So I'm always dragging them along too. So that's why for me, it's more of a labor of love than anything else.
Yeah.
Anything
that comes after it is like a secondary effect. But to be able to be recognized for doing something like that, then it makes it feel good.
That's awesome. I know, like, right? That's just, you do what you love, whether you get paid for it or not.
Yes. And to be recognized for it in such a huge manner is just so phenomenal, so fantastic. We're so very proud of you.
Yes. Woo! But now you are doing several things tonight, and you're doing something next week that coincides with what you had already done with Voices for Puerto Rico, which we had guests on here. We had Justina Machado and Magda Rivera Cartaya, who at the time we were promoting the Conga Room, and you kind of directed that whole experience and concert, raised funds for Voices for Puerto Rico.
Right.
And that campaign has ended. It ended December 1st.
Yes.
And so, but we're still raising funds. It doesn't mean we're stopping.
Right,
you know,
right,
there's
right.
still more to get done forever and ever and ever and ever.
This is well, what happens unfortunately in this country, and I pretty much can almost attest to anywhere else, is that the media has what we call like a cycle of information
Right.
where they will all pick up something and bombard us from every aspect of it, into something else comes in, and then that passes to be yesterday's news. Puerto Rico has been 82 days since the hurricane hit. 53% of the island still doesn't have power.
I know.
That's incredible.
This is,
it's outrageous,
imagine
actually.
right now.
Imagine if we lived like that.
Okay, yeah, but let's just take, because to put it all in perspective, you have to like say, let's say San Diego right now would have been 83 days without power or portable water.
Yeah.
Will we make an effort to get this going and fix it up and whatsoever? And it's been a dual drama going on of trying to help the island in every possible way, shape, or form, but at the same time to educate people that have no idea why is it so important to help the island. Because people
Are you still running into? Do you still find? Do you
I still have people thinking like,
understand?
Puerto Rico, why do we got to keep on helping them? I said, because we are part of the United States of America. We are a commonwealth.
Right.
It's a fancy word for colony, but yes, if you take over something,
right,
then you got to maintain it and take care of it.
Absolutely.
And this is what's going on, that people that perhaps don't know, they feel like, well, we already helped whatever we had to help. And it's like, no, we don't leave until things are done and running properly.
Right.
And bureaucracy, government, politics, everything should take a second seat to the main priority, that is humanity, and it's helping people.
Yeah.
And if one person cannot sleep because they don't have a bed, if one person doesn't have drinking water, if one person doesn't have a shelter, a roof over the house, it should concern everybody. It shouldn't be like, well, we can work it out or they'll figure it out. No, it's not like that. And unfortunately, that's what has happened. We have had 2 natural disasters hit in here in the States. First, it was in the Houston area, and then it was Florida. And what I keep on telling to people is like, you can drive pretty much to the edge of it, and start helping people immediately, which is exactly what happened. From either neighbor towns, the government, and everybody, they got there and they did what they needed to do to help people. When you're isolated in an island, as the president said, surrounded by water,
big water,
ocean water,
then it becomes more of an issue of how do we get things there? How do we, assist these people? And I don't think there's any other natural disaster that gives you a warning as hurricane and storms give you. Like, this is going to hit here. It's this big. It's going to happen this day. I mean, almost to the T. Not earthquake, not fires, not anything will warn you with this much. So what does that mean? It gives you that much time also to prepare.
Yes.
And if you have ships outside, X distance, prepare.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
As soon as
maybe
it clears,
48 hours after this disaster hits, you can be already there, ready to assist.
Why do you think that there's such indifference? Why do you think it's like an afterthought? Because I feel like people are indifferent.
It all starts
like right at this moment, or just in general.
In general, from out of the gate, it was like, okay, we'll get there. We're coming. We're we're gonna get there.
Because
instead of you know what I'm saying? Like there was not an urgency to help them.
I just think it all starts from the top, and if the leaders of the nation are not the ones dictating the pace or the urgency or the importance of any specific issue, then people that perhaps are not as open-minded or intuitive, or that have a sense of well-being for other fellow
humans.
Other settle. Not even. Yeah, I mean, if we go to the human level, then we are all messed up, because at the human level, we all should be at zero, equal, the
Right.
same.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, even as a citizen fellowship, as the level of like, we are all part of the nation. We're all,
Right.
we all stand together for each other. So if my brother's in trouble, if my brother hurts, I should be there to assist and
Right.
help. If that doesn't start all the way from the top, then it trickles down,
Right.
and everything, the less that comes from the top, the least is going to get bottom. So
That's true.
Yeah.
When you see people that they think, let me put it this way. When Haiti had their earthquake 2 years ago, within 48 hours, we had 10,000 troops helping them.
Right.
I'm so glad and happy that we were able to assist, that
Right.
show our compassion and our willingness to help our neighbors. But when Puerto Rico hit, weeks later, after the whole hurricane had happened, we still didn't even have 5,000 troops over there.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, this is
very
this is our
disheartening.
fellow citizen. I mean, I view it from the human point, that anybody in need and in imminent danger should be assisted anyway. Then we had this thing called the Jones Act. With
Oh,
The
yeah.
good old
Act,
Jones Act.
Yeah.
it's something that pretty much, it's like an entrapment of
Right.
privacy and not allowing
It basically is holding the island captive and
Hostage.
hostage. Exactly.
yes.
Like, you cannot do
Yes.
anything with anybody that
Right.
is not directly through us. So
Right.
when all the other countries, of Latin America or anywhere else, wanted to assist, there was no way of doing it because
Right.
of
Wow.
the Jones Act.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And it was lifted, we will say,
For a minute.
for like
30
5
days?
minutes.
I don't know.
I don't even know if it was for 30 days.
it
I think
was-
I want to say it was less than that. But then they let it expire, and then it went back. And so I just feel like it's almost kind of like, okay, yeah, we need help, but we're not allowing everyone that wants to help to be able to come and help,
Yeah.
which is very disheartening. And like you said, coming from the top, how do you guys feel about the news coverage? Because I almost kind of feel like the newscasters and the people that were on the ground, that were covering it, really kind of did a better job of the elected officials, more than the elected officials did, in bringing awareness, because they were there like every day reporting, and some of them are still there, still reporting. It's kind of hard to find that information. It's not as prevalent in the news because we've got so many other things crazy going on that the news decides is more important. But I think they did a really good job in the early stages, because it wasn't, coming from the head, the officials.
Again, there's a sense of responsibility of, it can be either professional / human of the people that usually cover these kind of events. From my experience of an adult, of always watching reporters in any case, in any tragedy or circumstance, that they become the eyes of information to the rest of the world.
Right.
And although there's always going to be a rotten apple, there's always going to be somebody that is like either not saying exactly what's going on, but the big majority of all these people are really, truly honest people informing. This is what's going on. I'm here. I can't even find somebody to assist this old lady that is dying.
Right.
She hasn't had her insulin. Things like that always get informed. Now, the outlets of how many people really get to see this, then that's another thing, because people rather get TMC and find out what happened to Justin Bieber.
Right.
That
Yeah.
what
It's
really
like they
happened.
get
Right.
exhausted.
Yeah.
But before, I don't want to run out of time, but I just
Right.
wanted to say you worked alongside with Voices of Puerto Rico. You're one of the faces, one of the people who were very invested. They raised about over 200 and something.
Over 200. I think it was like 230, 240 at the end when everything closed.
And they
100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have since distributed the funds. Can you explain to the audience the organizations that they went to, which I thought was
Yes.
pretty miraculous?
Well, what happened was there was so many people that came together to put this whole effort, and the way that it panned out, that everybody will take different groups. We vetted a lot of people in Puerto Rico.
Good.
Instead of just saying, "Oh, what do you need here?"
Here,
You know?
yeah.
I mean,
Right.
we did a due diligence of vetting people. So, can you send us a proposal? I know this is urgent. Let us know what is it that you need.
Right.
And there was a group of people going through all of these proposals on a daily basis of saying, well, this, for example, I know there's a place called Bajo. They needed solar refrigerators for the neighborhood to keep like medicines, insulin, and all that
Right.
stuff for the community.
Right.
So once we figured that one out, and it was like pretty much the board saying, yeah, that seems like a eminent need
Right
to
away.
get right away. So they got granted one of the donations, and it went from 20, 30, 15,000. It all depends. So we
fantastic.
if I'm not mistaken, I think it was between 8 and 10 different
Organizations. But
that
they're
did-
like on the ground,
Yes.
boots on the ground.
This was
it wasn't
but
like,
exactly. We went from point A to point B. Every single organization that got money from Voices for Puerto Rico were people that were referred directly to us, or somebody went and visited them, people that we had over there.
Wow.
And
On the
knew.
ground.
And
Right.
most of them
Excellent.
already had like 501c3s established. They were
Excellent.
nonprofit organizations that had been serving the community before all of this happened. And then now they were in desperate need of a roof,
Right.
or just housing, or this and that. And then the process was easier to get all this to them because we already knew what they had been doing.
And they were already in the community.
Yeah.
They knew what the
Yes,
community,
exactly.
what their needs and everything
Now we
were.
moved on to continue to raise awareness and raise. You're doing something different, so tell the audience where you'll be tonight and next Monday.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, what I have been doing for the past 10 years, I started a toy drive for Children's Hospital. And this was before I even had my own child. I already felt the need to.
You were paternal.
Well, I mean, well, you know that when I lived in New York, I did 10 years. I did a fundraiser for the Castle Hill Community Center, and that was like my home alma mater place where I saw the urgency of helping the community in whichever way, shape, or form. And at that time, I mean, I had everybody from the late Tito Puente to Herb Alpert to Eddie Palmieri, La India, Mark Anthony, Patty Austin, Roberto Flack. Everybody went to these concerts that I put on annually. So after being here in LA for a while, I had not gotten to reach out or do anything for any specific place. So one day driving, I stopped at Children's Hospital, and I said, is it okay if I, come here during the holidays and do something for you guys? And they looked at me like strange, like, yeah. Then I put them in touch with the executive director of the place that I had worked for 10 years in New York. And the call came in and it's like, yes, please, we would love to. So what I did was, throughout this season, for the last 10 years, I will do shows around the LA metropolitan area, and we'll make toy drives.
Right.
We'll have a toy drive at different clubs or one specific big toy drive. And then I will go with my musicians, some of LA's finest guys that we had play all year throughout every possible situation in town, and we will go and play for the kids. And this has become like the highlight of my whole year, when we will go to the hospital and play, because I didn't know. I mean, the first year that I went, I had no idea what to do. I'm just like learning as we go. And all the staff said, well, we can set you guys in one place and you can do a show, but I think it's better if you just go through the different nurse stations, and we just
my
open
gosh, it's
Amazing.
like caroling through
open the doors
Lord,
of
that
all the
is too
rooms.
much.
So are you still doing that this year?
Well, this year we haven't been able to still nail a date yet, because it's always a conflict of like, you have to do it with enough time in advance.
Right.
But what I did for this year, what's embedded in my heart for this year, was obviously my homeland of Puerto Rico has suffered unimaginable damage and whatsoever. So we thought, what about if we just do a gift card drive for Puerto Rico?
Right.
And we send, because right now delivery via private servers
Right,
like
right.
FedEx,
Bringing
UPS, or
stuff,
whatever,
yeah.
or even
Bringing
postal
stuff to the
office.
island
It's a
is
lot
really
of problems.
hard. Right.
Okay, so I don't
So,
want to
yeah,
run out of time,
we
but
are
tell
running
them
out of
where
time.
they can come to see you. Tonight?
Tonight?
Tonight we're going to be doing an event at a place called Los Globos. That's 3040 West Sunset Boulevard.
Yes.
It's right on the heart of Silver Lake. There's a place called Los Lobos, and I partner with a group of ladies that have a foundation called The Floor. You'll see LA's top dancers and musicians all coming together as a night of improvisation.
Yes.
We're just jamming, playing, they're dancing, we're playing. It's one of the
Wow.
most funnest, high energy
And you'll be collecting gift cards there.
gift cards there.
And then next,
next
Monday?
Monday?
And then next Monday, we're going to be at a landmark called El Floridita,
Yes.
right on on Vine and Fountain in Hollywood. And that has been there for 30 years. And Monday night is like the most attended, popular night in all
Yes.
of LA.
Crazy pack. Get
We'll
there
be
early.
there, yes.
Yes.
Get there early. You
Uh,
can do a
and-
little dance lesson before.
Absolutely.
And you'll see everybody.
So much fun. Great
from
food.
J-Lo to Leah Remini
Yeah, it's a
to
mixed
Robert
co-
Duvall.
yeah.
You
Yes.
don't, everybody is like
Yeah.
the place on a Monday
Yeah.
night. So
At what
both of-
time on Monday?
That starts at 9:30.
And you're also collecting
And
gift
we'll
cards
also
there.
be collecting
Gift
the
cards.
gift
I
cards
want to
there.
say one last thing before I forget. I was having trouble with my feed. That's my problem. But someone reminded me that the proceeds for the New Tradiciones are also going to the hurricane victims of Puerto
That
Rico.
is correct.
So please, there's a ways to donate and help and
Absolutely.
contribute, and you can enjoy great music at the same time. So
Yep.
check out Oskar tonight. We'll have that information on our website and on
Yep.
our Facebook page.
Yep.
And next Monday, and then download New Tradiciones. And in every way, you're contributing to helping people on the island of Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, have a great week,
I
everyone.
know we
hope
had to
you've been
breeze through
informed,
that.
educated,
Yes,
and entertained.
entertained.
We will see you next week.
Yeah,
have a
catch
great
us.
week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to Table for Five with Felicia and Annette, only on LA Talk Radio.